Hey guys, what's going on? I'm a libertarian. I'm gonna talk about taxes today. It's so stereotypical, but I gotta talk about it. I'm trying to talk about something else besides COVID, government sucks, whatever, all the stuff I usually talk about is ad nauseum for months now because the government keeps on doing the same thing to us. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk about specifically taxes. This is how the government sucks, how Democrats suck. So that does tie into all that, but we're gonna particularly hone in on taxes and how, when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, I don't understand how Republicans don't win on the taxes alone. Now, I can answer my own question and say because people don't realize how much they are taxed. They don't understand intangibles. All this money, it just comes into an account. They don't physically see it. There's always a saying, I'll put it up on the screen, if you kept all your gross income all year and at the end of the tax season, instead of most people get a refund back, you would have to pay all your taxes and write a check to the government, then that would instantly make like 30% of people flip on taxes just alone. 30, 40, a huge chunk of people would flip on taxes because they would physically see how much they are paying in taxes. Most people don't even look at their gross statement. They just look at what they get after taxes. Okay, that's what I make. No big deal. And they don't realize, and that's just income tax. See, I'm already ranting because libertarian, God, I fucking hate taxes. It is insane how many taxes we pay. There's a Forrest Gump meme. We got all kind of taxes for us. It's income tax, payroll tax, sales tax, state tax, gift tax, corporate tax, inheritance tax, and it keeps going. Property tax, gas tax, state income tax on top of federal income, capital gains tax, death. Yeah, they tax you when you fucking die. Import tax, home improvement tax, school tax, sin tax, road use tax, and that's not even all of them. That's just what this person put on this one fucking meme. Like, the average person works months and months and months out of the year just paying taxes. Some people in the higher incomes who pay more than half their income in taxes work more than half the year just paying taxes. Me, as little money as I make, I work months and months and months just paying taxes before I actually get to have any of that money. Then, not only are we dealing with all of these taxes, we're dealing with rising inflation, which Democrats are denying that's even fucking happening. Yes, my dog moaning. He's like, yes, Robert, you're moaning about taxes again. Yes, Mr. Purdy. So not only are they stealing a bunch of your freaking money, but the money you do have is being devalued now, is worthless because inflation is at a 20-year high, 29-year high. So once I actually start making money for myself, many months into the year, then I spend a huge amount of money. Oh my God, shut up. No, shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. Stupid autoplay crap. Shut the fuck up. Back to what I was saying. Then I spend a huge amount of money on essentials like gas and food and property tax so I can keep my fucking house. So then I spend months doing that, and then so finally, when it's like fall or winter, then finally I start making money for myself that I can buy things for myself that's not essential, like food, clothes, gas, hygienic stuff, essentials. How does that not fucking infuriate the living hell out of people? Now, I know me and you, we're infuriated by it. There's a huge chunk of people, millions of people across the entire country are infuriated about this. So I'm not like, I have to make this disclaimer every single video. I'm not the only one talking about this. But it only seems the people on the right that are actually concerned about this. The Democrats always vote for people who openly say, I'm going to raise your taxes. They're like, yep. Imagine being so much of a fucking cuck. So someone comes over to you like, I'm going to make you work for the vast majority of the year and just give me a bunch of stuff, give me all your money, and I'm going to treat you like shit. And they bend over and say, okay, that's modern Democrats for you. That's modern regular people who aren't politically active and still go along with this crap. Can you imagine being so much of a fucking loser to do that? What is going through their heads? What do they fucking think? Well, they don't. That's the problem. They don't think about intangibles, all these percent increase in inflation. They never read. I mean, it took me 2 seconds to pull up a Market Watch story. This was in August 11th. That's the soonest thing I could find. So it's gotten worse since then. It's been 2 months since this article came out, so it's only been getting worse. The consumer price index climbed 0.5% just in 1 month. The rate of inflation in 12 months and in July is a 20-year high. Food and energy rose 0.3%. the 12-month period decelerated from 4.3 to 4.5% to 29-year high. Gas prices rose, car prices rose 0.2 after surging 30 fucking percent in March to June. So that's 6 in 3 fucking months. So I know for the average person, and I talk really fast, that's a bunch of numbers, a bunch of percentages thrown out to you in 20 seconds. That just turns them off. Like, it's boring. I don't understand it. I don't want to sit down and talk about it. So they don't understand it. People who understand economics are infuriated about this stuff. People who don't understand economics don't care. So I understand. Yes, numbers are boring. Math is boring. The economy is boring. But when it affects your ability to put... Oh my god, my dog won't stop pacing. Oh no, shut the fuck up. Anyway. All these things seem nerdy and inconsequential and boring and it's not my thing, whatever. But when it affects your ability to physically get to work because you don't have enough money to put gas in the car, or it physically affects your ability to buy food so your family has a dinner, then yes, that's when it's like, oh, this went from something I don't care about to literally the most important thing. There's a reason why there's a phrase, it's the economy, stupid, because the economy is the #1 issue for people. They don't care about foreign policy. They don't care about fucking all of these abstract things that happened in the war on drugs, education, corporations, crime, all of this vague, intangible things that don't exist physically. They have to think about it intangibly. Most people are too stupid to do that. There's a reason why the economy and taxes with the economy are more important than all that. All that stuff's important. To me, I love reading about that stuff. But the average person, they don't care about that stuff. All they care about is, can I make money to buy things I want to buy, and my family's safe, they have food, they have clothes, whatever. But they're making it almost impossible for the average person to do that now. Now for Democrats who are either super wealthy, so they're insulated from this problem, they live in gated communities which are 99% white, and there's no crime, and they have private security, they're like, what are you talking about? Biden's great. I can still go on vacation. I can still afford my 2 yachts. What's the problem, bro? What are you, some kind of extremist, some kind of radical white supremacist who's complaining about the economy? I mean, like, since Biden got elected, Donald Trump's gone. Like, it's fine. Or they're on welfare, so they don't care about inflation or any of these things because they just sit on their fat ass and the government just gives them my fucking money and to buy weed and to clog up the roads all the time, driving around in the middle of the day because I don't work and I can't get to work on time, and then they treat me like shit at work. So that's amazing, by the way. Most Democrats fall in one of those two categories, which is why they don't care about all this economy and taxes. You don't care about taxes when you're not working. The government just cuts you a check because I'm disabled, I'm oppressed, I need money. Taxes and economy are related. But that's why, let's hone it in on something local for me. So we have the governor race coming. Actually, you can vote right now. I'm just waiting to go with my wife to go vote on one of our days off. But they have early voting like for 6 weeks, like starting in like late September and going through November, whenever the first fucking Tuesday of November is, the 2nd. So you can vote all this time. It's going on right now, which is weird, but we're talking about election. That's a separate issue. On taxes alone, Glenn Youngkin just easily beats the crap out of Terry McAualiffe because Glenn Youngkin wants to lower taxes. Glenn Youngkin wants to get rid of the gas tax. Glenn Youngkin wants to get rid of the grocery tax. Virginia is only one of 16 states that has a grocery tax. So not fucking only are we paying gas tax to put gas in the car to physically get to the goddamn grocery store, not only are we paying sales tax on the food, we're paying extra grocery tax. I don't know why that doesn't make the average person irate with anger and want to tar and feather these oppressive pieces of human garbage that is the Virginia Democrats. Like, that is just insane when you think about it. But no, they don't care. So on that issue alone, Glenn Youngkin could suck at every single other fucking position he has, which he doesn't. And he would still have my vote. For that alone, actually, no, if he was against guns, guns is actually the #1 thing for me. The economy's second. Because who cares if you can afford food and gas? If you can't have guns to defend yourself, then who the fuck cares what you have? But anyway, he's good on guns. But Terry is wrong on every single fucking one of these things. Terry McAuliffe never met a tax he didn't like. As governor, he increased every single tax he'd get his grubby little hands on. The gas tax increased 136% since Terry McAuliffe has been governor. Under McAuliffe and blackface Coon Man Northam, which no one wants to talk about that. McAuliffe and Northam are like completely faggy for each other, and they always hang out, and they're like really gay together because they're complete fucking faggots. So McAuliffe he's not blackface, and he didn't wear a white robe, but he's friends with Northam who did that. So, like, what kind of circles are you running through, McAualiffe? We can go through Terry McAuliffe's issues on every single fucking thing, and this is gonna this is not a professional video, in case you haven't noticed. This is what I'm ranting about, because there are very few things that make me irate more than taxes. You can look through Terry McAuliffe on the issues and see he's dead wrong in every single fucking thing that he comes out of his stupid fucking mouth. So he loves abortion, he loves killing babies, he supports Northam's idea of killing babies after they're born because he hates kids and he's a demon-worshipping pedophile. Awesome. He killed small businesses in this state as governor. The red tape he used to just squeeze every last penny out of anyone hoping to start a business is absurd, and he supports all these lockdowns that wiped out anywhere from 30 to 60% of all small businesses in the country are completely gone and will never come back. And then he touts about tackles inequalities by lifting up every black Virginian. Well, maybe you should stop the war on drugs, because you support that. Stop taxing the living hell out of them. Stop giving them all this welfare and say, you lift yourself up. Cool. That's how you lift people up. If you get out of the way, you stop taxing, you stop being an impediment for the lifting up, you get government out of the way, and then you say, go. I will support your rights, I will protect your rights, that is the job of government. You go and flourish the way you want to. Or if you want to be some Saudi fat fuck, and you're poor and a loser, you have the freedom to do that, because this is a free country. This isn't a country where we have to make everyone not be in poverty. No, some people are complete fucking losers, and they will always be in poverty because they are human garbage. Sorry, that's a pessimistic way of looking at the world. No, that's a realistic way of looking at the world, because I've been out in the world, and I've met pieces of human garbage that will never amount to anything. And to act like, oh, that's such a harsh thing about looking at the world, then you're naive, man, dog, yo. You're naive. He wants to give convicted felons the right to vote because they vote 89% Democrat all the time. So what a way to increase your voter base. Oh, and import every single person from the third world who votes 89% Democrat. Cool, that's why Northern Virginia looks like the mix of El Salvador and Somalia. It's a complete fucking shithole. Except for the gated communities in Fairfax and Arlington and Alexandria was enslaved for all these problems, and Democrats are like, what do you mean? Northern Virginia is awesome. So we can talk about like every single issue about Terry McAuliffe, how he was dead wrong in every single fucking thing, but we won't, because we have a limited scope in this video, even though we kind of went off the rails. Yes, Mr. P. I don't know if you can hear my dude. He's just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up, Robert, about taxes. But on the taxes alone, Glenn Youngkin has my vote. Virginia used to be a place where you could have a normal job relatively close by to work. You didn't have to travel 3-4 hours round trip to get to work, because the salary you made was enough to buy a house relatively close to work back in the 90s. A regular person with anything beyond a high school diploma, even if you just went a 2-year associate's degree or went to trade school for 2 years, that's all you needed to do. You could buy a house, you could buy a car, you could send your kids to college, you can buy them cars, you can go on vacation. All of this was possible in Northern Virginia in the 90s because I lived there. And as soon as all of these stupid fucking idiots went into get in office and like, well, we're going to increase taxes, and we're going to make up all these new taxes in addition to increasing the taxes that already exist. We're going to have a personal property tax on your car. Did you know that Virginians have to pay a personal property tax, not only on your dwelling, if you own it, but you have to pay personal property tax on your car. So you can be a homeless person living in your car and still have to pay property tax. Let that sink in. We're going to import all these people. Crime's going to shoot up the roof. We're going to try to take people's guns away and take away the freedom of speech and just make this into a complete shithole. And that's why Northern Virginia looks like I said, a combination of El Salvador and Somalia, just complete train wrecks of people who crime is skyrocketing, traffic is congested as hell because there are way too many fucking people, government is incompetent with money and never fixes the roads and never expands quick enough, and then builds up all of these businesses with no plan whatsoever, and just a complete clusterfuck. From Prince William County all the way to the border of D.C., it's a complete fucking clusterfuck. And that's, in a nutshell, 30 seconds of how Democrats ruin this state. So, I guess that's the summary of it. On taxes alone, the Republicans win. And yes, I don't like Republicans on many different issues. You think I'm a shill for the Republicans? Oh my god, things are autoplay. No. You think I'm a shill for Republicans? You think I love all of the politicians? No, they're dead wrong on so many different things. But on the economy and gun rights alone, I'm just like, okay, I need to be able to defend myself and be able to provide for my family. God forbid an American asks for that in 2021. And that's what Youngkin's going to give to us. Terry McAuliffe, as we've shown, has not done that. He has made it so much harder for us to live in this state. We already know how he's going to be as governor because he already was governor. So vote for Glenn Youngkin, throw out all of these radical Democrats, and take back your fucking state and say enough is enough.